Hey, welcome back. This might be the last episode I do before I do my therapy thing today, so I think I know where to go. I found this new area, but I have the walkthrough open in case I get lost, because it doesn't really look like much. I just found this little, there might be something in here, but it doesn't look like much, does it? I wanted to talk about the Mere Christianity book. I want to hold the controller down here, but then it doesn't. Sometimes it gets disconnected. Is there anything interesting in here? What's that? He was mentioning terms like leftist and conservative, which was interesting. I don't know when the book was written, but he was kind of saying, he was talking about charity. Why was he talking about charity? Ooh, this looks good. I want to talk about charity more too. I like the way he was talking about it. Oh, do the boost ball thing, I bet. All right. Oh, so I opened it in the dark world. Okay, that might be important to remember. Ugh. If we were all Christians and followed the selfless acts, we would be more communist. But we can't. Oh, I did. This was my idea. I don't. This isn't really true, but I thought it was interesting when I was thinking about it. Where the heck am I? Oh, I can go into the dark world. I don't know. The idea I get from the Bible is that we are supposed to give. We're supposed to work, and then we're supposed to give everything away. We're supposed to give most of what we. And then, if that were the case, then we would all have enough, because obviously God made the earth for us, so He made enough stuff for everybody. The only reason there are people who don't have things is because people don't give away stuff that they have. They hoard it. And so that does kind of sound like communism, doesn't it? We're just all kind of supposed to share. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor or you're a garbage man, you all get the same stuff. Okay, now what do I do? And that makes sense, but it doesn't work because we're not all on board with that idea. It does seem like it. Okay, I have to think for a second. Come on. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay. If we were all able to follow the Christian morality, to give to the poor, the needy, to give more of yourself, like to give stuff to your family and give it all away. I can go through that door. We would be able to live in it would be similar to a communist society, I think. I don't know that much about communism. The idea, I think, is you work, and if you work, you get whatever you need. And I guess why it didn't work super great is because the government was controlling everything and they were kind of not doing a good job. And so a lot of people didn't get a lot of food and they were working, and so capitalism, my point was that is if everything was perfect, we would be able to live kind of like a communist society. That's kind of what Jesus would want. But since we're not able to do that, capitalism works better because it's more about being selfish, and that's kind of what we're good at. So that's why it works. Because it's just about like working super hard and making as much money as possible and being competitive. And that's kind of what we like doing as humans. But if we didn't do that, I don't know, maybe we wouldn't have the medicine we have or the TVs we have. But maybe we would all be happier. Because we wouldn't really value the things that we value now, which is just like being super smart and working super hard. I don't know. It seems like God doesn't really care about that stuff, right? He doesn't care how hard you work, like you're killing yourself. Because you kind of have to kill yourself to be a good capitalist. You have to work harder than everybody else, and there's everybody else they're working hard too. How do I get that? Oh, stop it. Shoot a light beam at him. Does that make sense? That was kind of my point. Capitalism is about selfishness, which is why it works, because we good at that. That was my note. You should give more than you're comfortable giving, so you don't have extra. Give up something. I like that. He was talking about giving to charity, and his point was you should give more than you're comfortable giving, where you actually have to give something up. If you're not giving anything up, then what's the point? That's kind of what I do. I do give some money away, but it's money that I've kind of set aside to give away. So it's still part of like the budget, which I mean, I guess you're supposed to make it part of the budget, but you should be giving up. If you're saying, oh, I want to go on this vacation and I'm going to just give that away to somebody else who, instead of you going on vacation, you give food to somebody who doesn't die because now they have food. And that's kind of what we're supposed to be doing. So hopefully I can get to a point where I do that. It's easier for me because I don't make a lot of money, but I don't have any responsibilities where like I just have to pay for rent and a car and food and that's it, and just the internet, and if I want to buy a video game, I can afford all that stuff. But if I had a family, it would be a lot harder, where I was thinking maybe, well, I gotta save for their college and they want this new thing, I should buy it for them. My wife wants a car. I don't know. It must be hard to be like, well, it's not for me, it's for them. Why does it go in a circle? And I remember I did talk about this a long time ago on this channel. I remember, well, it's Christmas time. Sometimes parents would give up their kids presents and they would say, "Oh, we'll give it to charity this time," or something. And I thought that's not right, because that's kind of selfish. Because as an adult, you don't care as much about presents, but kids do. So obviously, it's easy for you to give up presents because you're not getting anything. But it's not nice to do that to your kids. I don't know. It's not nice. It's not right. I don't know. Is it right to be like, oh, kids, we're gonna teach you a lesson this year, and we're going to give all your presents to some kids in Africa. Is that the right thing to do? No. I haven't saved in a while. Get me out of this thing. I was impressed last week. I used the word miasma, right? This is kind of a miasma. Ooh. I don't know why I thought of that word, but I googled it and I was like, oh yeah, this is like the definition of a miasma. What does miasma mean? I'm gonna look it up. Miasma. Highly unpleasant vapor. It's like a toxic vapor. Unpleasant atmosphere. I'm trying to think of a pun with miasma. Oh, miasma. Sounds like miasma. I can't breathe in this miasma because of my asthma. What's in this room? I always do this where I have the walkthrough open and I'm like, oh, I figured out where to go, and then but then I have to go back to the walkthrough and then I have to retrace through all my steps, go back all the way back to the beginning. What is yellow? What is yellow? What are all these colors? I don't know what yellow is. I don't know what's this one? No. Where am I? Purple, yellow, green, red. Oh, red is missile. I can go there. Okay, let's go back that way. I should be able to get into that portal too in this door. There's a portal in this room. I should be able to get to it somehow. Is it in here somewhere? Oop. I can't see anything. How do I get to this portal? Is it over here somewhere? I didn't really talk too much about the book. But I'm dying. Oops, you're not supposed to do that. God doesn't judge capitalism. Was that a dumb note? That was kind of a dumb note. You should give more than you're comfortable with. Give up extra. God doesn't judge on the raw material, but what we do with it. That's why Christians aren't supposed to judge. I like that. He was talking about how... I don't know how he knows this. I guess it says in the Bible somewhere. But he was saying... God doesn't judge on the raw material you're given with when you're born and your psychology. He judges what you do with it. So, I guess that's like the story of the poor person who she gave a little bit, but it was a lot for her, so she'll get a lot in heaven. But these people, they don't give that much. Rich people, that's why it's like the eye of a needle and whatever, camels and stuff. Okay. Yeah. That's it? Okay, I'll have to look through the walkthrough. I guess that helps me where I think, okay, sometimes I can think, well, God made me like this, like I'm not good at talking to people and interacting with people, but doesn't God want me to do those things because that's what Jesus did? Like, he was interacting with people all the time and he was being like nice to them, and so why did he make me like this if he wants me to be that way? But I guess the idea is it's harder for me. So whenever I do the things that God wants me to do, it's a big deal. Like he's happy or something. Like if somebody who's super social and has no problem doing that talks to people and like gives them compliments all the time and is like nice to them, then God doesn't really, he's like, yeah, that's good, but it's easy for you. So if I do it, and then there are things that are easier for me, that when I do them, it's no big deal. I was thinking about how, well, today I hand out the checks for the people at work every Thursday, the payroll checks. And there was this guy just sitting, he was supposed to be working, but he's a maintenance guy, and he was just sitting at his desk looking at his phone. And I feel like he does that every time I go down there. And I didn't care. I feel like a bad person would care about that stuff and be like, well, it's not fair. He's not working. I want to not work. I don't care. It's like, he can do whatever he wants. If he doesn't want to work, then that's his problem. I'm still going to work because I want to. I mean, I don't want to, but I don't want to be a bad person, so and I know I should be working, so I work. I don't like go on my phone or whatever. So that stuff comes easy to me. So I shouldn't be super proud of it. Like, oh, look at how. I guess that's what I was talking about before with like. Maybe not, but you're not supposed to boast about the things you're good at. And I guess that's part of it, because if you're a Christian, you think, well, God made me this way, so it's not really him taking credit for like God doing stuff. It's kind of weird. Okay, whatever. See you tomorrow. Bye.